What's up guys, welcome back to Tomahawk for part 2 of the HD maps. Today we have Mountain Pass, Redshire, Sand River, and... need to think of the fourth one. Abbey. So there we go. We're starting on Mountain Pass, and whereas I struggle to get my way to that little water outlook, where as you can see how you can interact now with the trees. Not much has changed there though, but you see this little murky stream on the right, which looks quite nice. And once again, this is one of those maps, if you checked out the first one, where the opponent team has not spawned or is not able to move. So this is a bug in the Sandbox server at the moment. This is work in progress, things might change, but this basically gives you an outlook on how these HD maps will look real soon. So we have a very nice waterfall on the right here. This map has also been featured in the World of Tanks Gamescom footage, I think. Quickie Baby also showed some quick footage on his one of his videos. The good thing about the team not spawning is that you have all the time, or all the space in the world to look around in these maps to see if anything is special. The problem is, your team will just rush to the enemy base and start shooting, and the game will be over in no time, and I still have not driven through the entirety of the map. So here you can see nice ripple effects if you drive through the water. And yeah, I will just try to make the best of it. Brilliant driving by the three of us. But nonetheless, let's have a look at Mountain Pass. So far also looks really nice. The only thing in comparison to the other maps I've seen so far is, in my opinion, that these far mountains look a bit too bold for being real mountains, if you like. I've been in the Alps a lot, and there is a lot of trees on the mountainsides if it goes up. These look more like glaciers, or if it's really at extreme altitude, there is no longer trees growing at that height. You can see here, that's a prime example. It looks pretty naked. But it's still pretty cool, you can look so far away, so yeah. Let's also appreciate this driving move. So we're here on Abbey, as I am playing the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen. Speeding up ahead to get some nice footage. And on this map I also got some very close-up footage of the new HD buildings. And let's check out the monastery first, but not with your occasional derp driving, presented by Tomahawk. Luckily I come back on my wheels and I can check out the rest of the map, otherwise it would have been a waste. So far I've been really lucky with the rotation of the maps. I've played 8 battles and I've got 8 different maps, so maybe that's a configuration they made or something. And I also think they made this gap wider, or the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen is just a really slim tank. If it's wider, that means you have more tanks that can drive in there. And I'm just checking out some textures here from close by. This monastery looks really real. It's really part of the map rather than just some static wall like it used to be. And here you see, once again, the enemy team has not spawned. And this is how it looks then. Everyone is just looking at them, shooting from close by, and yeah, that's about it. You see the new effects of the shots landing on the targets. You also see some shells flying through the map here. So this gives you a nice idea. Here's an HE shell on the way, a nice explosion, but I'm not interested in damage, I'm interested in scenery. Luckily you see our team is pretty well spread out on the map and not so fond of shooting everything. Sadly the destruction effects are still the same old same old. It would have been nice to really start crumpling that building, the construction there, falling around it. So here's a house on fire, here's another HE shell fired on the house, and here I'm just gonna crawl through the little town and focus really on the beauty of these HD buildings. And you see also they haven't just like put a window in there and that's it. You can really see inside the house, the balconies, the flowers, the stairwell. It is pretty impressive, I must say. So let's move on and see all this nice little terrace. And there is even a bloody wine bottle on the table. GG Wargaming. I really like what I'm seeing here. Also, this is pretty beautiful in my opinion. The sunlight cutting through these houses and fading as soon as you zoom out. So you really get this focused, summery feeling in this map of the lighting that falls down on top of you. And like I said, I'm impressed. So let's move on to the next map. Right, we are on Redshire, which the developers have stated should look like a British countryside. So let's have a look at what they have to offer for us. I'm not sure if that was probably not British, it was more like Scottish or something. Anywho, I'll stick to my regular whatever accent I have. Let's cut to the chase. So here on the heavy flank there is a nice little pathway with a wall leading into the water, and there is a zeppelin that has crashed here, and this is where the heavy battle will take place. So that's really cool to be part of that scenery, and maybe you can use even some of those when you're battling it out in your mouse, for instance. So once again, I am playing as a tourist. I don't care so much about fighting it 1v1 or 1v X many people, but in general these maps are huge, or at least they feel huge. The size is exactly the same, so that's no difference, but just so many more parts of the scenery. It doesn't be like, okay, here's like a random wall, but this wall is now part of something bigger. Like this little castle on Redshire is now part of a huge fortress, if you like. You cannot access it, like I said before, but it's there. You can look at it and you almost feel like you're part of it, and this is really giving you a feeling of being included in some bigger realm, if you like. Maybe I'm losing my grip here, but I am pretty freaking impressed with all of this. Yikes. Getting hits, yeah, and this is kind of where I meet my fate, I'm afraid. I'm gonna die real soon, but you also have a nice effect on the lighting here. Alrighty then, mates, we're now on El Haluf. Let's have a look at what they've done to this map. So, large mountain ridges in the background, same old hill, all from the beginning where you can just roll down. So they didn't change the maps much in terms of layout or objects that were there, they just made it look a hell of a lot nicer. And what I'm about to show you is also pretty nice. Oops, I bounced the shell. Here is the ocean or the sea. Maybe even a lake, I don't care. It's water. Blind shot on the blind UI. You see I have a bit lagged out right now. One thing to notice, look at the road wheels and the suspension of the tank throughout the course of this battle. And see it change or develop, if you like. Here, look at the rock face. And this is also very nice. There is waves. I mean, the splashing effect on the rocks, it's nicely done. It's not super HD as you look at it, but still, from a distance, it looks pretty nice. Oops, take a hit. But let's go down and have a look at those waves. White water, rough water, a lot of movement in here. The sound is awesome too. Like I said, the splashing effect not too nice, but hey, in general, nice effort, good job. Oops. So now just checking friend or foe. Once again, a bit sad that the destruction effect of the houses has not been touched yet. I really hope they'll do something about it soon. I guess all veterans of the World of Tanks realm can remember the introduction of Havoc graphics rendering, which has been promised to us a lot but never came. It was a lie. So look at this suspension. There is a lot of dust buildup on the wheels. It looks pretty awesome. And the developers said you can wash this off if you roll through water, for instance. And it really makes you part of the environment. So it's not so much more just a mat of textured pixels where you're rolling on. It really feels like you're on a battlefield, and it's impressive. Oh, let's have a look at the base. A wild Sheridan appeared. One funky thing is you hear the flag, but the flag is not moving. So you hear the flag waving in the wind, but it's not moving at all. Okay, let's check out that heavy flank. See if we can find something new. And I see something new though. Oop, and there's a castle there now. But there's also a huge fight going on, so hopefully I can just sneak around and not get hit or killed. This looks pretty cool. Oops, enemies. Let's escape here. Now there's some kind of gate with a waterfall. And now some tomahawk driving for you guys. Such dramatic moments. And look how nice the little cascade falls down with my tank. I like to cut it down here. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe, check out my other videos, check out the other HD maps, and see you in the next one. Thanks, bye bye.